Hi guys, and welcome to this little special vloggy episode of the Happy Knitting Podcast. My name is Julia, I'm coming to you from the UK, and today is Saturday the 13th of January 2024, although I think I'll be recording this over today and tomorrow. If you're new here, I usually do proper sort of podcast episodes, if you want to call it that. I recorded one yesterday, so if you want a more traditional format, feel free to check that out first. But if you are around, I know some of you like these more sort of chatty vloggy episodes, so honestly, last time I did it I had a proper knitty weekend. I don't have that, but I have a fair amount of knitting time this weekend, a fair amount of alone time, which is much needed. So I thought I'd quickly take you along, and this thing might be a very short vlog or it might get long, who knows, we'll just see what happens. First up, thank you for everyone who sent, their wishes for our loss, which I sort of briefly mentioned yesterday. I appreciate that. And like I sort of said, I've just been, whenever I'm feeling up to it, trying to preoccupy myself with knitting. Working also works, but working is much less fun. So this weekend, I have a fair bit of knitting time because today my husband is taking my son to a birthday party, and then tomorrow I think they're having like a man play date as well, so that sounds great. So I have the house to myself. We had someone come this morning to check on our hallway, because if you remember, we have been having leaks in our hallway and we got it all sorted and new tiles, and it was a huge thing, and there's some leftover issues with that. Let's just leave it at that. Home ownership is so not fun. But yeah, so that's been checked out, and I think we may have a way going forward. So now, finally, it is peaceful. I've just popped myself some lunch in the oven, and I thought I'd quickly share with you what I am working on and what I might, work on over this weekend. So I showed to you yesterday my magenta hat. This is a 2x2 ribbed hat, no pattern yet. I'm doing 96 stitches on 3.75mm needles, which should fit me. I originally cast on too many stitches and had to rip out, but I think now it should be fine. It looks tiny, but it's a stretchy hat. And I took this to my friend's house yesterday. We had some girly drinks. And I made a fair amount of progress, so I'm very happy with this. Either I will work on this today and probably finish it, or I might purposely not work on this and have it as tray knitting for Tuesday when I go into work. I haven't fully decided yet, but I've made some progress. I also finished my husband's mittens, but he has taken them with him. He's been rushing for me to finish these for him, so I just finished them off and he's now wearing them already, which is great. But I did post about them on Instagram, so if you want to have a look, feel free to go ahead. And you may remember, I don't have the bowl here, but I was using two 50-gram bowls of Knit Picks Felici held double. And I don't know what I was measuring, if my scale was wrong, if I was wrong. I was convinced I was going to run out of yarn because I only had 51 grams of yarn when I measured it. And I wasn't even done with the first mitten, so I did contrasting tops and thumbs. Now, when I finished them, the second one, I had lots of Felici left over, so I don't know what went on there. I may have been fine without the contrasting yarn, but it's done, so there we go. And what I really want to work on today, sorry, I'm just grabbing it, is my Sun Gold blanket, which is, of course, the current crochet along by Lucy of Attic 24. So up to this big red stripe is the first week, and then yesterday the second sort of clue dropped. So it's essentially you just get a stripe sequence for every week, which is really fun to follow along, and there's lots of people doing it, so I quite just enjoy seeing other people's blankets. And there's a random stripe version, which I'm not doing. It's very colorful. And then there's this version, which is the color wash. So you sort of blend the colors, and I'm just blindly putting my trust in Lucy. These are the colors that I'm using. This is the kit from Stylecraft Yarns that sort of came with the blanket. And I didn't talk about it too much yesterday, but The stitch that is used is like a lacy shell stitch, and initially I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's very simple, and is it my favorite stitch in the entire world? I'm not sure, but it feels nice to just be following a pattern, and I tend to like do my own thing with a lot of crafting anyways. So I do quite enjoy this, and some people are complaining that it's too holey and lacy, and I'm not really finding it. I mean, I guess it depends on your tension, but it doesn't feel like super holey or lacy to me. So I think I like it, and I think it's all part of the experience. I'm also weaving, crocheting in my ends as I go. So I think if you weave them in, it's a bit prettier. But the thing is, I would never do it. I would never, weave in all these ends, and I don't want to finish a blanket and have a million ends left to do. So I just sort of crochet them in, and I'll just snip them off once I'm done. And is it maybe 10% less pretty? Maybe. But it means I'm getting this blanket done, which I think is much more important. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that very, very briefly. So my house is starting to smell really nice because I tend to rescue food from a friend who sort of rescues food from Tesco every Friday. And I got a cauliflower. So since I'm the only one in my family who will actually like cauliflower, I have popped some like roasted Parmesan cauliflower in the oven. So I'm gonna check on that and hopefully have some tasty lunch. And yeah, we'll see what we get up to this afternoon. I'm hoping I get lots of stuff done. They're always home quicker than I think they should be, but I mean, they're taking a bus to another town for a birthday party that lasts for 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I wish, 2 hours, and that they have to get back. So I'm thinking I should have a good chunk of knitting time or crochet time, whatever. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll most likely be rewatching and binging Grey's Anatomy because I love Grey's Anatomy, and I just got free Disney Plus for a year with my new phone. So yeah, exciting plans. And should I quickly mention before my timer rings in 40 seconds, I am wearing my Strange Brew sweater by Tin Can Knits, which I made I think last year, holding whole super soft double. So it's just an array of whole super soft colors, and the gray is Oxford. It is pilling a little bit, but I have been wearing this a fair amount. And yeah, I really like it. I think it looks really nice personally. So yeah, there you go. I will see you in a minute. Alright, I'm back. It's been a couple of hours and I've made some progress. I have crocheted a couple of stripes into my blanket. I think I'm now on stripe 6 out of 15 or something for this week, so I'm on track. I have also brought this downstairs. This is my sweater that I actually didn't show last episode. This is my sort of self-drafted turtleneck raglan. So this is where we're at, and I have just separated for the sleeves. It looks tiny, but I think it should be fine. Like I said, I'm not using a pattern for this, but it's just a very simple raglan with a turtleneck 1x1 at the top. And I think I want it like this, but if I do find it's too sort of scratchy or annoying or whatever, I can always fold it down and it can be a double folded neckline. So I have just split for the sleeves. I've put the sleeve stitches on some waste yarn. And yeah, this yarn is so annoying. It's beautiful. This is Hillesvåg Unspun, which is a Norwegian yarn. It's 100% Norwegian wool. It's very woolly. It only comes in natural shades as far as I know. And I got this and a grey colour of this from Knit with Attitude in London a couple of months ago. It is so annoying. It keeps breaking on me, and I don't understand why I'm having issues with this, because I have knit with Plötulopi in the past, which is similar, and I've not had any problems. But it's driving me insane. It's driving me to the brink of insanity for sure. What I have done is it's two-stranded, so I've just wound it from the like massive plate that comes into this, because I thought it would make it more stable, but maybe I've made it worse. But yeah, I understand why people hold this kind of yarn with mohair. I just didn't have a mohair that went with this, and also didn't want to sink a whole another lot of money into this project. And I think to wear this will be lovely. It's just that it keeps breaking and it's really annoying. But yeah, I will just get through it. I have noticed in the past when I was working on this more continuously that I get into a rhythm with it and then it's fine. So maybe I just need to find my rhythm again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit a couple more centimeters on the body and I'll try it on. But it should be okay. I think I'm aiming for like a 100 centimeter, 98 centimeter bust. So that'll give me like 8 to 10 centimeters of positive ease. And yeah, I think this will just be a really cozy sweater to have. Also, I have no idea if I have enough yarn, but I just assume I do. We'll see. I have no idea. No clue whatsoever. But I would say I'm maybe 2/3, or not even that, maybe halfway through my first out of 2 plates of this yarn. And I think each plate was like a big chunk of yarn. I think each was like 200 grams. So I have 400 grams in total. Maybe I've used about 100 so far. I have no idea. I'm just making these numbers up. But yeah, that's where we are on that. And as you know, I have a couple of whips going and I'm just not feeling like any of them at the moment. So this is one that I sort of want to make some progress on because I actually want the sweater. My shawl and my poncho, I'm just not feeling it, honestly. And I'm trying to, let myself be in a place where I work on what I actually enjoy rather than make crafting another thing that I feel like I have to do. What I did pull out was, sorry for the reach, my second granny square kitchen towel, whatever it's going to be. So I mentioned this 2 episodes ago. Go back if you want to hear more about it. This is what I started doing in Germany. They're like 25-gram balls of cotton from Rico. They're called Rico Rumi. Very German pronunciation for you there. And so this is the first one that I made. I just made a granny square to see how big it would be if I used the whole 25-gram cake. And it's come out like a cute little size. So I think I would like to have these in the kitchen on like a little fun rack. I have different sort of gradient rainbow colors. So this is my second one and I brought it downstairs, so maybe I can work on this because I think I should be able to finish this with like within a couple of, not even a couple of hours, maybe an hour. So I think this will be an aim to finish this soon, just to have one less whip to work on. And in terms of other sort of projects, I think I might allow myself a cast on because I've just been all over the place. Haven't been on the greatest place in a while. And I have socks on the needles, but I don't feel like working on those socks. But I do like the idea of socks, so I might allow myself a sock cast on later just to sort of, get the crafty juices flowing, see what happens. Other than that, I very quickly wanted to show you some very beautiful yarn that I got over Christmas. Actually, I bought this with my Christmas money, and I technically bought this on the 31st of December, so it doesn't count. It doesn't count towards this year's stash or no stash or whatever. This is yarn from a dyer who I've been wanting to try for a long time. It's Beehive Yarns, who are in the UK. And I have been stalking her online shop for a while, and she had a sale going. I don't really know why. She was giving this beautiful yarn away in a sale, but she was. So, I mean, I did buy this with my own money. Don't get me wrong. So I got mohair because I have so much stash and I want to work through it. But I don't really have much mohair, and I enjoy sometimes, especially if it's like a rustic yarn, like a really sort of plain grey yarn, holding it with some mohair can make it really, really pretty. So I'm sort of allowing myself for this year as well. I'm trying to buy less, unless it's like, I don't know, a festival or something like that. But I might make an exception for a mohair or suri, like stuff I can hold with other things, so I can actually use up stash. And if you watched my German yarn haul episode, which was also 2 weeks ago, you will see I got a fair amount of mohair there as well. And yeah, just sort of try to focus on things I don't already have. So I got 2 skeins of this, which is Wisp. These are all 50-gram kid mohair and silk skeins. They look a little bit different on camera. I wonder if they're supposed to be dyed at the same time. Who knows, maybe they've just come out a bit different. I feel like this one is more blue. But yeah, this is very basic and very beautiful and will definitely be enough for, like, I want to make more lento kinds of sweaters. So 250 gram skeins of mohair will be plenty for that. And then, I mean, this is just gorgeous. How beautiful is this? So this is her grenadine colorway. And oh my god. I've just been looking at this for a whole week ever since it arrived. It's just so stunning. Again, I might have to alternate, which will be a bit of a pain. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just need to see how different the skeins are once they're wound up. But this is so, so, so beautiful. So this I definitely want to hold with a neutral yarn. Like grey or a beige or something. Maybe possibly even a white. I haven't decided yet. And this will be such a beautiful lento. If you don't know, lento is a pattern by Jonna Hietala that uses very little yarn because you make it on large needles on a loose gauge, and it's like a top-down raglan. It's really quick, and I have gotten a lot of wear out of the ones that I've made last year. So I wanted to show you this also just to remind you we're doing the giveaway for the Pacific Knits Co. colorwork deck that I was kindly donated for a giveaway by Cooks and Crafts, who is in Aberdeenshire, UK. So that's a UK giveaway. If you're interested, go and watch my most recent episode. And yeah, I think that's all I have to chat to you about today. Honestly, it's been very uneventful and really, really, really nice. So I'm just gonna enjoy some more time before the 3-year-old returns and, you know, the Lego madness and all of that returns as well. So I will probably check in with you guys tomorrow, and I will see you then. The light is fading, but look, it fits perfectly. There's enough space. It's gonna be perfect, I think. And I do really like the neckline. I think it'll be really nice. Sorry, just fighting the late afternoon light, but there you go. I like it. Morning. So it is now Sunday, but my alone time plans have been thwarted, sadly. So we're just out in the freezing cold with all our knitwear. I'll give you a quick update later, but today's part of this vlog might be shorter than I had initially planned, but that's okay. It's beautiful and sunny today, just freezing cold. I think we're supposed to have snow sometime this week, and there's my 3-year-old. Hi guys, we're back home. Like I said, my plans for some quiet child-free time today didn't really pan out, but that's fine. So we had some brunch in the morning, went for a freezing cold trip to the park, and I've done a bit of progress. So I mean, it doesn't look massively different, but I think I've put a couple more stripes onto my sun gold crochet along. And last night, after trying on the sweater, I was really, really excited because it fits so well and I really love it. So if you remember when I tried it on, I had just split for the sleeves and maybe knit like a row or two. And now look, I have made quite a big amount of progress. So we watched the latest episode of Reacher yesterday. If you're a Reacher viewer, I like the first season, the second isn't great, but we've watched it so far. So I think there's only one more episode to go that comes out next week. So we watched Reacher and I made some progress. We've also started rewatching House, or Dr. House if you're in Germany, for the millionth time because it's just, I mean, he's just so entertaining. So yeah, my sweater now is starting to look like an actual sweater, which is very, very exciting. I think I should have enough yarn. I think I'll make it sort of a reasonable length and then knit the sleeves and see how much I have left. I am tempted for this one to do a split hem and make it really long in the back and shorter in the front. So we'll see if that happens, but I mean, either way, I think it'll be a nice wearable sweater. This would also be an amazing sweater dress. Like something I would still wear with tights, but that covers your bum. I think that would be really cozy and warm, but I don't think I have enough yarn for it. As you can tell, I'm completely winging it, so who knows? Yeah. So I just thought, sorry, that's my dryer going on. I just thought I'd quickly close out this vlog. I didn't get around to casting on any socks, but I might still do that sometime today. I'm not sure yet. I will definitely catch you up on whatever I've been knitting in the next proper episode, but I hope this has been a fun, sort of slightly different kind of a video, a bit more personal, but not massively so. And also, it's just been nice to be doing something, and it's been keeping me entertained. So there we go. Oh yeah, and of course, I am once again wearing my Christmas sweater. This desperately needs to be washed and put away until next year, but somehow I'm still wearing it. It's still the Festive Yoke by Scandia, and I've been wearing this thing to death. This is in some Hobby Highland wool, which I think we've established is the same as Filcolana Pernia. I'm pretty sure it's the same. And it's held up brilliantly. It's really nice and soft. It doesn't feel like a non-superwash, I would say. I feel like it's very, very soft for what it is. Sort of spongy and round. And I remember I really enjoyed working with it as well. The only thing I will say is because it's a bit softer, it does felt a little bit, but not massively. And yeah, so I've been just wearing this all the time. It's sort of, because it's a bit softer, and you may remember before Christmas I had like a skin irritation. I tended to wear my softer sweaters, and this one has just sort of stuck around even though now I'm pretty much fine to wear whatever again. Thank God. I was really worried there for a second. But yeah, I can go back to all my woolly wools, but this is a nice sort of in-between, and I like it. So there we go. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I look forward to reading your comments. Thanks again. Like, I just keep saying thank you, but I really appreciate those of you who stick around, those of you who left sort of nice comments on my last episode. And yeah, I will talk to you very soon. Until then, I hope you have a lovely weekend, a lovely week ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you very soon. Happy knitting. Bye.